Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and welcome to another day of somebody else doing some triathlon training or marathon training. Welcome to episode 1 of the Road to Manchester Marathon. Not me, Elizabeth is doing Manchester Marathon. Morning, Liz.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, thanks to you.
Thanks for turning up, just doing a video all about you again.
Oh, we're stopping and restarting this.
Right, so episode 1, Liz is on her second week of marathon training. How many weeks to go?
16, I think.
Have you done a marathon before?
No, this is my first one.
Okay, so on YouTube there are lots of runners, cyclists, triathletes, etc. Well, I've seen a lot of like marathon training journeys, and they all seem to be running in about 5 minutes flat. They're all like 2.5 hour runners. So Liz, I don't mean any offence, you're not an elite runner.
No, absolutely not.
No, so I think we're quite interested to document your training journey. What are your actual ambitions for the marathon?
So my goal is to ideally go sub for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
At the moment, I don't know sort of an exact time. I think close to the time I'll be able to get more of an idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But at the moment, that is my goal, to get sub 4.5 hours.
Okay.
So yeah, it's my first marathon, so I don't really know.
Good, okay. So Matt from Team Icarus has sorted you out with a training plan. Thank you to Matt. You're on week 2. What's today's session?
So today's session is a build from week 1. So it's 10-minute warm up, then it's 4 times 6 minutes of effort off of 3 minutes recovery. So it's a slight build. Last week was 4.5 minutes of effort. Yeah. This week it's gone to 6. How
hard are the efforts in terms of how hard are you going, like, out of 10, and then what pace is it going to be?
So the pace will probably be sort of between 10k and half marathon pace, so it's by no means a flat out effort at all. It's just sort of a step up from normal running pace, really. Yeah. So I'll be aiming for probably around 8.5 minute miling-ish.
Okay.
Thereabouts. My efforts last week when we did 4.5 were slightly quicker than that, but obviously you've got an extra 1.5 minutes to consider here. Yeah. So yeah, I was talking to Matt the weekend at Outlaw, and he kind of said, you know, don't worry too much about zone paces at the minute. He says, oh, you know, I've not really done a test to know what zone I should be running and all that kind of thing. He said, don't worry about that. He says, at the minute, just think of sort of a comfortable pace, picking it up slightly faster, or a really slow pace, what should feel really easy.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's absolutely right, isn't it? Because you're not somebody who's done loads and loads of run training, so you know exactly what your zones are. I know people might say, oh, just do a test and you know what your zones are, but it's something else to have to think about, isn't it? You've done a lot of just running to feel, and this is just essentially running to feel.
The thing is, like, you know, maybe another few weeks down the line, it will come to that, but I've got Holcomb to think about at the minute, so until I've got Holcomb out of the way, I won't be doing any sort of 5k test or anything like that. But after that, you know, that's potentially something I probably will do. And Matt said, you know, once park runs start up, that would be a good sort of test.
Saturday morning races, love it.
To do something like that.
Alright, well, let's get cracking then. I'm going to get the drone up, going to get some Super 6 slow-mo. This is basically like a Lionel Sanders video. Let's go.
Luxury this feels being on the track. Makes it just feel so much easier.
Go faster then. One more to go.
Cheers.
Done. Good sesh.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that today.
What were the? In fact, I've already put the splits and times on screen. Hopefully, I put some effort into doing the Super 6 slow-mo montage.
Yeah, well, the first one I did about 8.5 minute miling, which is what I would have done on the road. But that felt really comfortable because I was on the track. Obviously, it's easy to run. Yeah. So for the second, third, and fourth one, I did just turn it up a notch and was sort of just over 8 minute miling instead. Okay. Just because it still felt like I could keep that effort for going. Right. It was consistent, but it was obviously just more suited to finding it easier on the track.
Yeah, well, we'll see what Coach Matt has to say about that, won't we?
Well,
no cheat shoes or anything on either. You just got normal trainers on, aren't you?
I make my own rules up.
Oh, do you? Might change that target for Manchester now to be sub 4.
No, let's not push our luck, okay?
Good session, Liz. Hope you enjoyed episode 1. Obviously, this is like one session in a couple of week blocks, so there's other runs going off, but we're going to try and pick a session out each couple of weeks, aren't we, and go from there.
And I'm definitely going to make more use of this track. I'd be stupid not to.
Yeah,
so.
it's good, isn't it? We're going to have some good sessions here, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Great. Well done.
Right, little cool down now and we're done.
Hit subscribe if you haven't already. See you tomorrow at 4 PM for... We're going to Norfolk.
Yeah.
See you in Norfolk.